Hey there! Sometimes you're sent a pen that makes you think, if this design is the answer, then what was the question? And I kind of feel that way with the Tibaldi bamboo lipstick red pen. I get the bamboo part. The bamboo part is not my issue. Here's the bamboo part. It looks like bamboo. This is cool. We've seen many pens that look like bamboo. I think Monteverde has a pen that looks like bamboo. You can buy pens from China that look like bamboo. Danny Trio has a very expensive pen that looks like bamboo. It also looks really cool. And now Tibaldi, an Italian brand. I do not necessarily associate Italy with bamboo, but that's fine, right? They have a bamboo pen. That's not the issue. The issue is this. Why does it exist? It looks like something maybe for kinky night or something. It's very interesting. Metal whip. We're going to cover the parts of this pen. We will do a writing sample, and then we'll tell you, notice that I used the royal we in this case, what I like about it and what we don't like about it. This was lent to me by Applebaum, by the way. I bet he regrets that now. Let's get started. Okay, let's talk about this Tibaldi bamboo in lipstick red. The sleeve of this box is just a little too short for the box, and I don't know if that's a very conscious design choice. I find it a somewhat odd choice because this doesn't look proper to me, and I'm not sure if this looks entirely proper to me either. But maybe that is just me. Stamped in there is Tibaldi. So that's pretty cool. If you're not really familiar with Tibaldi, Tibaldi's been around since 1916 until 1965, and it was revived in 2004. So it's one of those brands that was around for a while and that someone chose to revive after a number of years. Outer sleeve box. This box opens by sort of like a drawer style action, and then you have a very comfy, soft little pen bed which you can take out, and there is a black and a blue cartridge and a credit card style warranty card, which I think is quite nice. It's very shiny, as you can see. Give me a second to put this back, and then we shall talk about this bamboo pen. It's 148 euros and 76 cents, and it comes in a nice lineup of nibs: extra fine, fine, medium, broad, and double broad, all in steel. Here is the pen. It's a little rolly, so I'm just going to be very careful. Here we have a Pilot Metropolitan next to it, so certainly girthier, but also a little shorter. It's made of resin. It has palladium trim. It comes in either rich black or lipstick red. Obviously, this is the lipstick red, at least I hope that's obvious. Otherwise, the lighting is really, really worse than I thought it was. Stainless steel nibs with ebonite feeds, and let's talk about it. So we have on top here the whip. It is certainly very interesting. I'm also afraid that I'm going to snap this off, so I'll be a little careful with it. It's supposed to look like bamboo, and it does. We have to give them that, right? We have a blind engraving there that just says Tibaldi, and then we have the 3 sections of bamboo tapering down ever so slightly from wider to narrow and narrower. Also, for some reason, looks a little bit like the bones in a finger to me, but maybe that's just me, and what does that say about me? I do like that we have this resin, metal, resin, metal, resin. It looks nice, and it adds just a bit of visual appeal. If it was only resin, I think it would look cheaper. This elevates it a little bit, and I do really like that as a look. Flat top, ring top, I suppose. I don't know if we're supposed to like put this around our necks, but these links look pretty small to actually loop something through. But anyway, there we are. And the bottom, also flat top. It is not entirely flat. There's a little bit of curvature to it. The pen doesn't stand up, but just so you know. Open it up, unscrews, little section. It's small, it's hourglass shaped. There's no clip on the cap, in case that wasn't clear. Small, hourglass shaped, bit of a step down here, right? That's quite a bit of a step down, but it's very nicely rounded. The threads are nice and smooth, so you really don't feel anything cutting into your skin. But certainly smaller, and it does not post. It really does not post. So this is what you have, a somewhat smaller pen. We have here Tibaldi on the nib. It's very reflective. I don't know how well you can see this, but I'll make sure there's a picture on the website with the eagle logo and M for medium. Ebonite feed, which is very cool. And then we have the filling, which is cartridge converter. This is obviously the converter, and it has Tibaldi on the sides. And I like it when a converter has the brand name on it. I think it is just a nice little touch that sets something apart a little bit. Let's see how the pen writes. We have here Tibaldi, bamboo. This is the lipstick red, but if you don't mind, I will leave that out. We have steel, and we have medium steel and Waterman blue. What I noticed as I was playing around with this nib is that I find it very fine. I know there are no objective industry standards to, well, this is a medium and this is a broad, but when you look at this writing, if you compare it to, let's say this is a Jan Zander pen, review is up or will be up. This is a broad, and then I look at this medium. That's really quite a big difference, and that's the same ink too, actually. So very interesting. I'm not complaining about it. I'm just saying it's a fine nib. So if you like broader nibs, I'd get this as broad as you can. Now again, they come all the way to double broad. If I were to purchase this, I'd buy a double broad sight unseen. Okay, wetness. Well, it's not the wettest writer out there, as you can tell. I mean, immediately out of the pen, it's not super wet. Line variation. Well, it's a round nib. Very careful. It's not advertised as a flex nib, but you can squeeze out some line variation. I'm not saying I would recommend it. I'm just saying that some people do that. It certainly responds to some pressure. What about reverse writing? Possible. Doesn't become super scratchy and turns the medium, which I think is more like a fine, into what's probably an extra fine. So if you like that, and I know that I have some friends out there who do this quite a lot, you do go to a finer nib grade. And that can be pretty helpful. For example, if you do a lot of math writing. Let's talk about likes and dislikes. What do I like? What do I not like about this pen? Well, there is a lot I like. It's a good writer. It's a fun shape. It's a bit too short for me. I wish it would post, but it doesn't post. But I can just use it. It's pretty comfortable. It works pretty well, and it's meant to look like bamboo, and it does. They've done a really good job at that. I like that. It's an original shape. Again, we've seen other bamboo pens, but it's an original shape. It's not just another cigar-shaped pen, black with gold trim. I like that. I like the original thought. Steel nib, okay, well, it's steel, but it has an ebonite feed. Ebonite is nice, very good ink flow. I really like that. It is a pleasant writer. I will say that. There is certainly some feedback as you write, but overall, a pleasant writer. I really feel that way. I like all these things. I think the price is on the higher end of things, 148 euros, but you do have a nice choice of nibs, extra fine, medium, broad, and extra fine, not always available, so that's nice. Even broad, not always available, so that's quite nice. Ebonite feed is really nice, good flow. It's well made. It is well made. I will absolutely give them that, but I don't understand the whip. I don't understand why it's here. And I may be missing something really fundamental. Maybe an enormous amount of design went into this and someone thought, you know what this bamboo pen needs? A whip. And then they put in that tassel and now it's here. And it exists, and I will give it that. It's just the kind of thing I can't look away from, and I just don't get it. But okay, there we are. So I think it's a nice pen. It's not super cheap, but you get something that's certainly original looking. Meow. That's it. I thank you, Joost, for lending me this. It was an experiment. I hope this video answered it. I would like to ask you in the comments, what's the whip for? Why is it there? Because I'm really curious to see what creative answers you can come up with. There's no prize attached to this because it's not my property. I can't give it away. But I just really want to know. Why? Why is that there? You let me know, and I'll gladly see you later. I hope this was useful. Bye.